some issues with the guest connecting, so I apologize. Just want to come live, let you guys know what's going on. I know there's some of you guys probably chilling, waiting to get some views. So who's out there? Sound off. Anybody here? Anybody waiting? Anybody hanging out? Like I said, I apologize. I don't want to make you guys wait, but I also wanted to come alive and just let you guys know that I'm here and I'm waiting with you. But I'm not sure if the show is going to go off because the guest is having an issue connecting right now. So I can talk. We can hang out. You guys got questions? We could make it a jazz show. But, unfortunately, doesn't look like the guest might not be able to make it in tonight. Sorry about the no intro and the the abrupt the abrupt entrance. But yeah, if anybody here wants to come up live with me, let me know. DM me. I'll send you a link. Come up and chat. Let's hang out. Anybody want to take me up on it? I just feel bad. I'm not a person that likes to cancel shows, especially last minute, but there are always unforeseen circumstances when you're dealing with other people and their connections and the internet and the lovely podcast setup like this, because sometimes people have issues and you don't know until it's time to go live. So here I am hanging out. I don't ever plan what to talk about. So I'm just free rolling it right now. Usually Vince has like a spreadsheet of everything he wants to talk about, all his talking points. I don't do that for deep dives. I just ask people questions and we just, kick it back and forth. But like I said, unfortunately, it looks like they're having some issues connecting. And I didn't want to leave you guys waiting and hanging out. But I have no problem hanging out with you guys. I have no problem with this coming on here and you guys getting some views and congested. What does congested mean? That's a fun word. What's up, Steph? Steven. It's Steven. I always want to say Steph because your name is short, but then I know it's Steven. Yo, what's up, man? How are you doing? But yeah, I was looking around online, see if anybody was around, wanted to hop on stage with me. I know Vince is passed out. It was like 3 a.m. So I know he's passed out, so he can't even come on and hang out with me. Yes, yeah. But yeah, I just didn't want to like say, hey, the show's canceled without at least coming on and you guys, you're expecting a show tonight. I'm not really sure what to do. I mean, if I had money loaded like in my gambling account, I would gamble and hang out. But I mean, you guys don't want to really see that anyway. I'm too much of a degen for that. But I don't have any money loaded in my account, so I haven't really been playing lately. But I'm not sure. What else can we do? I mean, I can answer questions. I can talk about myself, but I don't know. I don't think people really want to hear about me too much. It's always about the guest, I'm here to interview the guest. Tell us about your wormhole. I didn't get any. I sold my DGods before the bridge back last March. I cashed out on my DGods. Not because I didn't believe in the team. I just was taking profits because I was in really cheap. And at the time when right before the bridge, they started, catapulting and getting pretty high on SOL. And I wanted to take the SOL and reinvest it into some NFTs. And I also wanted to take it and put it into crypto. So I sold all my DGods and stuff back in my Utes March of last year, right before the bridge happened. I think the bridge was the end of March. I sold like 2 weeks before that. So I do have one DGod in my ledger. It's in my crypto ledger. It's not online. So I'm like not in the server, like verified. It is on ETH, but I didn't get any allocation for it. So I don't know what I did wrong, I guess, because it's not connected to Matrica. It's just sitting in an offline wallet. It's not seen, I guess. I was planning on selling it when we hit like 20 ETH and be like my last cash out, but like we see that hasn't happened, and I'm not sure it will happen. I'll be happy to sell it for like 10 ETH, and that's being a little above what I think I might get for it. But I don't know. Who knows? It's free. That's the way I look at it. It's just free ETH whenever I want to sell it. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Where do you think DGods are going? You think they're going to get a nice little pump up? Think they'll hit 10 ETH again? Roughly in the next year in the bull run, maybe? I don't know. It's hard to say because NFTs are kind of dead right now in this market. Yeah. So I like to think that NFTs right now are where crypto was when Bitcoin was $15,000. Everybody was scared. What's going on with crypto? Bitcoin is $15,000. Sol was $20. You know, everything was down. Everybody was bad, and we were in like the middle of a bear market. I really think NFTs at that point right now. So, like, as I was buying crypto when Bitcoin was 15,000, I've been buying NFTs now. You know, I've been stocking up. Um, I work with the Jelly team, so I've been stocking up on Mavericks. I do love what they're building. You know, being part of the team, I get to see firsthand what those guys are building, and I get to see Carlos and Carl and Jack and all the guys in the Jelly team you see on the Jelly Show working behind the scenes, and the devs and everything, and they're just kicking ass. So I have no problem investing in a project like that because I know they're working hard, and I know they're showing up every day and they're working hard every day. So I did up my bag in Rascals, well, Mavericks now. When we changed the art over in the beginning of the month when I did the art reveal, I only had 15. I now have 50. So just to put in the retrospect of how I feel about where they're going. But of course, do your own research. You know, if you don't know who Carlos is or you don't know anything about the project, do some research. You know, a lot of people, a lot of positive about Carlos. He's done a lot of good stuff. You know, he's never really taken anything from his holders. So I believe in that. Gambles is migrating. It's also the casino that you'll see Vince playing on. So put me in, coach. Ghost, you want to come up here? Is that what that means? I see the DM. I'll bring you up here, Ghost. I got no problem. Let's do this. I wonder if I can change the title. I don't think I could change the title of the show, but at the end of the day, though, I'm very bullish on anything that the Jelly team and the Gambles team are doing. Like I said, I still have that Decod. I don't really hold any other NFTs, just a bunch of decoders. But I do think if you're going to buy NFTs, now would be the time. If they're builders and you think they're going to be strong, like Famous Fox is always a safe bet. Those guys got so much money in their treasury, it's going to be hard for them to fail. You know what I mean? They got like millions just sitting in their treasury. Let me check my Discord real quick. Hang on. See what he says. Let's see what happens. Like I said, anybody in the crowd who want to come hang out with me, let's do it. Let's hang out. You guys can come up. We'll talk NFTs. We'll talk whatever. You guys can ask me questions. We can make it a deep dive about jazz. You know, you guys can ask me stuff. Anything you want to know. You know, I'm an open book. I've always been. I'm sure you guys know that by now. But needless to say, Sean, unfortunately, is having some issues and it was unable to join us. I'll just reschedule the show because he's a killer. I've known him since beginning of my NFT days, so that's why I was excited to have him on the show tonight. But unfortunately, we're just having some technical issues. Oh, Ghost Dragon said send it. He wants to come. Let's do it. He says he doesn't have a camera, guys, but hey, maybe he'll come up and ask me some questions. Let's see. So I'm sending them the link right now. There you go, man. Come on live. We'll make it a holder show. Let's hang out for another half hour and just chill. But if anybody wake Vince up, nah, let that man sleep, bro. Let that man sleep. Ghost, let me know if you have any problems joining. Sleep is for the weak. The guy does not sleep whatsoever. He literally is up all the time. He said he was putting some stuff off. He's trying to go to bed. And he's not in the chat, so he's definitely probably passed out. Oh, somebody joined. Who do we got? Oh, we got the dragon. Can you hear me? Yo, can you guys hear Ghost? Because I can hear him. What is up? Rocking the old school wasteland there. Love it. You can hear me, Ghost? I heard you for a minute, but you kind of I don't hear you anymore. You still there, Ghost? Hang on. Let me make sure I don't got you muted. No, you're good. Not hearing you, Ghost. I don't know if you can still hear me. I heard you say hello, That was it. That was it. Ghost, you with us? Can you hear me? Check, check, check.
I can hear you.
There you are. There you are
A
now. Here.
lot of lag though right now.
All right. You joined from your phone? Did you join from your phone? All right. Yeah, he's ghosting me. Yeah, he's having some lag issues. Apparently joining on his mobile. Hey, anybody wants to join, come on up. Let's hang out. But in the meantime, you guys have any questions, ask away. You guys want to shoot the shit. You want to know about jazz, what I do, anything. I mean, it is a deep dive. I mean, we're supposed to find out about people. Um, Ghost is back. Can you hear me, Ghost? What is up? What's up? I don't think you have any audio. It's not showing for me. Yeah, I don't think your service is that great, my friend, unfortunately. Appreciate the effort, but it's not showing me your audio, so I don't think your audio is coming through. I don't think you have the greatest service. But yeah, what do you take off your glasses? Yeah, I don't want you guys to see how old I am. Take off my glasses, you'll see I have a high def camera, you'll see all the bags and the yellow, and I'm just old and beat up. But Edamar, what are you buying? I know you've been rocking a Blocksmith for a while, so I know you're in the Blocksmiths. You got any other bags? What else you got? Yeah, Ghost, you don't have any audio. It's not even showing on here. Do you have audio? It like doesn't even show me your audio, so it's not even coming through. Tried disconnecting and reconnecting again, Ghost, but like I said, it's just not even showing me your audio. Yeah, it's definitely the service. It's I'm just using Restream too, so it's nothing too serious. But yeah, Blocksmiths are always good. I've never got into Blocksmiths, but I've always appreciated them. They've been builders for a while, and you know, nice. Yeah, Migos was good. I had a bunch of Migos, but I ended up selling them. I made profit on them. I bought them around 5 Sol, but that was when Sol was $20, and I think I sold them at like 1.5 Sol, but USD value was like 125, $130. So I just saw that all the projects were going down, so I just extracted all my Sol back, USD value wise, and just kind of sat it off to the side like a nest egg. I look at everything in USD value. A lot of people in the space look at things in Sol value. Oh, it used to be 200 Sol and now it's 50 Sol. But when you look at the USD value, it's only like a 3x, that it went back, because the Sol value now into what it was when it was $20, So I always look at things in USD value. So if I make profit in USD, but yeah, maybe it was 3 Sol loss, it was still a USD positive. And me as an investor, I always see that. I always look at the USD values. But FFF's good. I sold all my FFF back when I sold my Decods as well. Back last March, they were like 60 Sol floor, and I think TFF was like 20 Sol floor. So I sold them all, and then I transferred all my Solana out and put it in the regular crypto at the time, because we were still at like 17,000 Bitcoin or something. Nice. Yeah. Sol Casino's doing really well. I've read a lot of their stuff. Like I said, I work with Gambles, and a lot of people always come in and compare Sol Casino. And Sol Casino's printing. They've been printing. Gambles is still early. We're still like 2 years behind in terms of like the NFT and the casino being built out, and profit margins. But Sol Casino's been printing, man. If you were in Sol Casino early and you stick with them for a while, and then you got into all the token staking and all that stuff, you can really have made some good money with them. I just, the way that they're doing their token staking and how they keep pivoting it kind of is concerning to me for a long-term goal. Short term, I think it's doing well. I just don't know sustainability long-term with it. I would love to see them doing good. But at the same time, I don't know if they'll do good long-term, but short-term, they've been killing it. Yeah, I still don't see audio from you, Ghost. I saw your DM. You're still in here. But I don't see audio connected. I only see your video connected, which is your PFP. So like I said, I would try to I'm going to remove you, and I'll send you the link again and try to rejoin. There you go. Try to rejoin in case it doesn't let you join again because I removed you. But yeah, Soul Casinos did very, very well. I mean, like I said, you could print with them. But I'm betting on gambles, and the reason I'm betting on them is all right. So you just asked the question. So the cool thing with gambles is it's not just Solana. All right, they accept multiple currencies. They they accept Litecoin, Bitcoin, XRP, Doge, Solana, Polygon, USDT on ETH chain, ERC. So there's a lot of different ways you can play. I don't know what Soul Casino is doing. I mean, based off the name, I would assume it's just Solana. Maybe it's not. I have never played on the site, so I can't really talk from firsthand experience. But what I can tell you about Gambles is that the three owners, one of them being Carlos from Jelly, and then the two other owners, have invested substantial amount of money out of their own pocket. They've gone through the legal process to acquire a turnkey casino license, which is one of your top casino licenses you want to have, which allows you to have full control of everything. And they're just constantly building. They have a full dev team that works full time in an office in their location, Solana and ETH. Okay, cool. I figured they would have to do other currencies. But yeah, so Gambles, I'm just very bullish on builders, the people that built the casino and the founders, because I know they got a lot of money invested, and I know that they're not going to fail. Because if you invest, like we have a couple thousand invested in something, but imagine if you had a couple 100,000 or maybe even millions invested in something, you're going to work your ass off to make sure that you profit on that. And so when I see something like that, and then I also know the guys firsthand, and I see kind of people they are, and I see how determined they are, it's easy for me to invest my money into that team because I know that they're working every day because I see it, So, Ghost, I see you back in here. Can you hear us? Can you see it? Check, check, check. Nope. So right now we don't know the daily income. So we're migrating from Matic to ETH currently, and it's a bit of a mess because the ETH fees are being covered by the team. So it's a bit of a process. So we're just migrating the NFTs over to the ETH chain because Carlos has been to a lot of different ETH events. He's big in Azuki, and he's got some other ETH, and then two other founders are big ETH guys. So they're bridging over to ETH because they got a lot of connections in there. But when it comes to profits, it's something that they're not releasing. They're not putting it out publicly. It's not like Rollbit where they showed on their homepage. The only thing they have said is that they've increased deposits. People are depositing daily. That's going up. They're seeing traction, and we're seeing it too. Like I personally have been paid out a lot. I've gambled a decent amount, and I've cashed out a decent amount. They've had no issues paying me. And that's always a plus when you're looking at growth. When there's no issues paying somebody out a good amount of money. And I know Supra, who's in the chat a lot of times, he says it publicly, so I can reiterate. He cashed out 80 grand one time and up to almost 500K over the last like 6 months. So the guy's been making bank, and there's been no issues paying him out. And no worries, Ghost. I see your message. But with Soul Casino, they kind of waited like a couple years, and I think they also had pre-seed like investors, whereas Gambles was just the three founders that are just building it from the ground up and doing everything through the thick and thin on their own. But I think Soul Casino had seed round investors. I think they raised money that helped them kind of like catapult. No, like I said, I got nothing against Soul Casino. The gambling industry is huge, guys. Like there's no this one's better than that one. They all can win. And if we can all make money on them all winning, fucking do it. I won't tell you not to buy Soul Casino, and I won't tell you not to buy Gambles, and I won't tell you not to support Rollbit. Support them all. We can make money. Let them make millions, and let us make our little piece. So what's going on with Gambles, though? What I can tell you is the profit sharing is getting ready to start. What's happening now? You buy it on Matic, so you can go on Magic Eden right now, and you can find them. They're on Matic. I think the floor is like 350 Matic. You can buy them, and then you are allowed to go ahead and migrate them over to ETH for free. The team's paying the fees, and it stakes it automatically. So you don't have to pay any ETH fees to stake it. And then they're also going to allow us to withdraw our rev share in USDC, Solana based, because a lot of us are Solana heads. So you won't have to pay any ETH fees unless you want to unstake it from the staking contract and sell it. Then you'd have to pay the ETH fees. But they're covering the ETH fees and the transfer over for 60 days and they just started the merge 2 days ago. So we got 58 more days where they're covering all fees, but it's a little slow of a migration because they're covering the fees. So they kind of capped it at 35 gwei. So if the gas is real expensive, it's not going to let you to migrate. So, but they're covering the fees. So, I mean, that's huge. Think about it. There's like 3,800 NFTs that they're covering it to be minted over onto ETH and then staked. So that's a lot of money. But yeah, so what's going to happen is you're going to get 25% of the casino profits. So after revenue comes out, everything's paid and you have the profit, you're going to have 25% go to one partner, 25% to the second partner, 25% to the third partner, which is Carlos. We'll come back to that. And the fourth 25% goes to the holders of the NFTs. So for every one you have staked, you get one share of that 25%. But you have to be staked for 30 days. So not every NFT might be eligible. So it's not like, okay, there's 3,800 NFTs that get one share of 3,800. If there's only 22,000 staked, then it's 1 out of 2,000 you're getting. So if you have 30, you got 30 out of 2,000 shares. Now, I don't know how big the rev share is going to be in the beginning because, again, they just finished year 1 of the casino. So they're still very early. So it's a very good opportunity if you're a long-term investor. If you're looking for quick returns, I don't think it's a play. If you're looking for make money tomorrow, the next day, probably not the play for you. But if you're good with putting money into something and waiting 6 months to a year, you got time, so so with the migration going over and then paying the fees, it's great. But you also can get, like I said, you're going to get 25% of the rev share. And it's not just the casino. They also built their own marketplace. Now, as a holder, you won't have to pay any marketplace fees. So they're building out a marketplace too. And it's also going to be integrated in their casino. So they got a lot of plans. And the profit share from the marketplace, 25% of that also goes to the holders. So as that grows too, along with the casino, you have more opportunity to make some more money. And then the third thing with their NFTs is the rarity comes into play rake back. So if you go and buy a legendary bull or a mythic bull, you're going to get like 27, 22% rake back for that NFT. So now I might not be a gambler. I'm just collecting NFTs. But if I buy rarer NFTs later down the road, when these serious gamblers come in that spend $10,000, $20,000 a day, they're like, wait, I can get 27% rake back if I buy this picture. Sold, and they'll just go buy it. So you as a reseller, as the casino grows, if you hold these rarer bulls, might have an angle there as a reseller to sell later. Like look at Rollbit, for example. If you guys are familiar with Rollbit NFTs, some of their mythics sold for like hundreds of thousands of dollars once that casino took off. So I mean, I'm not saying Gambles is going to get to that point, but if Gambles got to 10% of what Rollbit's doing, I think they do $1 million profit a day right now, Rollbit, and they're like 2-3 years ahead. So imagine 10% of that. Let's just say we make $100,000 a day at Gambles. Think about the scaling and the opportunity that's there because it's early. And again, not trying to sell you guys on Gambles, just telling you what I know. I used to do some spaces for Gambles and I used to talk on behalf of the casino. So I do know what's going on. I do know what they offer. And I'm a holder. I have 33 of the NFTs. So I have a decent bag of them. I'm excited. I'm a long-term investor, so I'm excited. And also, I'd like to know that, the people behind it, the casino are hard workers. And most of you know Carlos. Carlos busts his ass every day. He shows up every day. He rarely, you don't see him in Discord. Rarely you don't see him on Twitter. A guy shows up every day. And the other partners, Lethal and Star, just as good. They just work hard in the background. Like Star is one of the devs, and Lethal, they do a lot of stuff in the background. I get to see it in the team chat, how active they are. You might not see them in the Discord that often, but those guys are so active. So I'm excited with my investment. If you guys want to get into Gambles, do your own research. Of course, don't take my word for it. I'm just telling you what I know. I do wear the Gambles pin, so know I support them. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, cool. And like I said, there is a lot of space in gambling. So I will you'll never hear me talk bad about Soul Casino. I love seeing them win. I love seeing Rollbit win, and I love seeing Gambles win. And I play on Rollbit. I'm a gambler. I don't just play on Gambles, and it's not that I play on Rollbit because they have better options. It's just that I like to play on different casinos because some days the RTP on different casinos could be different. So as a player, I like to diversify. Just like as an investor, I like to diversify. I'm 100% on gambles when it comes to investments, but for gambling purposes, I do spread out, and I don't mind when I hit big on another casino because I know I'm not taking out of my own pocket. If you're buying a gamble, make sure that the volume is like over $1 million in volume, because there are some fake. Let me find it. Let me put the link in the chat. Hang on. Let me get you the real one, because there are some fake ones out there, but the volume on the ones that are on Matic right now, they whatchamacallit, it should be like 1 point. It's like almost 1 million volume. Yeah, it's like 800,000 Matic. The floor is 350 Matic right now on them. Yeah. All right. Don't buy the ranks off of Magic Eden. Hang on, Edamar. Hang on. The ranks on Magic Eden aren't correct. Just like most collections, they're not correct. Yeah. Yeah. So don't buy anything yet. Did you buy anything yet? if you did buy it yet, it's still not bad because you're still getting a quick rev share. But that is the link to the collection. And let me go into Discord. I'll get you the link to the rarity. The rarities on their own site, because the reason is that there's still 3,000 NFTs that have to be minted. I didn't get into that. They only minted half the collection, and what they're doing is they're starting the rev share. They're rewarding the holders that are here now. So the full collection is actually 6,600 NFTs. Only 3,700 got minted. So the other option that you're going to have is, if you're an owner and the second mint comes out 6 months from now, you're going to be able to mint a second bull for the cost the first bull cost, and they were $300 to mint. So if they go crazy in price, say they're $1,000, when they do a second mint, if you're a holder, you're going to be able to get one for $300 for every one you own. So if you own 5, you could buy another 5 for $300. And you can already see if it's a good investment because, all right, I've been getting rev share, I've been getting this, and you'll know if it's a good investment. Whereas if they did the second mint now, you wouldn't know what to expect, and it would kind of dilute the value. So that's why they decided to do the rev share first. So there are more bulls to be minted, and that's why you can't trust the rarity on Magic Eden, because Magic Eden's only going to see the rarity of the 3,700 minted, whereas their site is taking into account the other bulls that aren't minted, because technically they kind of are minted, but they're just not out there, if that makes sense, because they had to mint them for the ETH chain. So give me a second here. It's kind of funny how this turned into like a gamble show, and I wasn't even meaning it to be that. All right, so this is the rarity. So if you see a bull on there, if you see a bull online, go to this site and just put the NFT number in, and it will tell you the rarity. So a legendary, a mythic is from rank 1 to 66. And then a legendary is 333 after that. So 1 to 66 is mythic. And then the next 333 is legendary in order. So anything up to like 399. So under 400 in rank on the site. So under 400 rank would be legendary. The first 66 are mythic. The next 333 are legendary. And then like after that, the ranks go on. So you're looking for something like in the top 1,000. If you can find something in the top 400 for under 500 Matic, that's a legendary. That's a steal. You know, that's what you want to try to grab. Yeah, you probably won't see mythics out there. If you do, they're probably going to be 1,000 Matic or better on the floor. But look, if you're looking at rarity, like I said, rev share doesn't matter. It's only the resale later down the line, or if you're a gambler, rake back. You get good rake back depending on the rarity. So those are a few things to think about. But other than that, so I'm not talking about gambles the whole show. I know Steven and I think Meta's in here. You guys are both in Jelly, and you both have gambles, correct? Am I right? I know Meta is, but I'm not sure, Steven, you are too, right? Or Stefan. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it. Stefan. Make sure I'm not mispronouncing it. I'm hooked. Edamar, listen, do some research. Join the Discord. I'm in there. I'm one of the mods in the Discord. If you have any questions, just join in the Discord. You should be able to get to it. Let me just check the Discord link make sure it's correct, because sometimes there's fake Discords. Yeah, it looks like it's taken me to the right one. Hang on. Yeah, it took me to the right Discord. So you can use the Discord link on You'll see me as a moderator too when you log in with my Decod3rs PFP. If you don't see me as a moderator at my Decod3rs PFP, you're in the wrong Discord. So just look for that as soon as you join. There's a general chat, and you can just come in there if you have any questions or anything like that, man. If I'm not around, there's plenty of people in the community there. It was super helpful, but definitely take a look around. Don't just ape in because I'm talking about it or I'm bullish on it. I don't like to shill things. I would never be a good alpha caller because I feel bad if people lose money. I'm too empathetic. Yeah. Yeah. So sorry. It's just replying to some DMs. Yo, I see you. Yo, what's up? What's up? Oh wait, someone just joined. Hold on. Ghost Dragon's back. Yo, can you hear me? Hello, hello. Ghost Dragon, you there?
Check.
I hear you. Can you hear me? You're there and then you're not there. I don't know what's up. We'll get you. We'll get you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you making noise. Yeah, but NMR, like I said, do some more research. If you go into official links, that's where that link was that I gave you. Let me see. Yeah, if you go into the pinned messages in the chat, there's a message in there from Dropbox. You know, well, Box Drop. You know Box Drop from our server. He's one of the mods in Decod3rs. He's also a mod in Gambles. He pinned the rarity. It will tell you like the first 66 are top 1%, so that's mythic. The next 333 are top 5%, so you add 333 to 66, and so on. So then the next 999, like up to 999, is your rarity. So the number that it stops at is the number that is the next rarity. So 66, then up to 333, then up to 999. So if you can see anything under 1,000, you're pretty much getting an epic. If you get anything under 333, you're getting a legendary. If you're getting anything under 66, you're getting a mythic. Pretty much, that's the way it works. I said 400 earlier, but I apologize. I was misunderstood there. It's under 333 for legendary rank wise. Hopefully that helps. But that's in pin messages. It looks like a number chart and it has the percentages. And there's a lot of cool information in there too if you want to catch up on some stuff. And if anybody wants to get more information, of course, on Gambles, that's where it is. The second Stefan. So it's Stefan. Got you. German. Got you. Got you. Yeah, I hate mispronouncing names like Steven, Stefan. You know, I just want to make sure I'm right when I say it. You know, online it's one thing to type your name, but you know, if I'm actually talking, I want to make sure I get it right. But end of the day, yeah, those are the two NFT projects I'm bullish on, Mavericks and Gambles. And of course, Decod3rs, that goes without saying, guys. I might not say it up front, but I'm always bullish on Decod3rs and what Vince and myself and the rest of the team have built here. Bullish on you guys more than anything because you guys support us. You know, like I was saying it the other day. I was talking about having like only a few people, like the same people are always in every show. Like that foundation is important. Like I don't care. I'd rather have the same 30 people supporting us than having 3,000 people who don't give a shit. You know, like because you guys are the foundation. You're the rocks, and you guys show up at every show. You guys are supporting us. You see what we're building. You understand what we're building. You know, it's not like moon tomorrow kind of build. You know, and there's still value to be made. Like, you know, MQ posted the other day, he's made $1,000 in the marketplace just on raffles. Ghost Dragon just joined. He can't join, but he won the TFF. I bought that for like 1.7 souls. So if you turn around and sold it, that's $400. You know what I mean? Roughly, you know, and you know, so there's value to be made, and we're trying to give back to you guys as much as we can. And hopefully you guys are all even. You know, I hate like knowing like, oh, shit, I'm down like $3,000 on my investment. I hate that feeling. That's why we decided not to charge for a mint, because originally we were going to do like a 1 soul mint, but we decided to do the views. And then if people wanted the views and they had to buy them, that's on them, you know. But a lot of the people that mint it, of course, you guys were here early. You watch shows, so it was a free mint for you guys essentially. Yeah, you might have bought some on secondary afterwards. hopefully some of you sold on secondary afterwards and bought back in, because you guys know how the game works. But either way, I appreciate you guys. Super appreciative of the support. Vince is the star. He's the star of the show. I'm sure you guys see it. He's the character that Decod3rs revolves around, and I love working with him. He's a genuine human being, and I don't like to be around people that aren't real. Like if I smell bullshit anywhere along the line, I don't want to work with you. I don't want anything to do with you. If I smell bullshit, I don't trust you. I'm not going to be with you. I'm not going to hang out with you. I'm not going to devote my time to help you. But Vince he's a special guy, man. He is legit. He couldn't bullshit me if he wanted to. Like he's just naturally like a genuine person. So I respect that. And that's why I'm here with you guys and, supporting Vince's original vision for this. When we came up with the whole idea of the Watch to Earn, it was in a group chat in an old project, and we were just like hanging out in the group chat, and Vince is like, I got this idea, and we're like, let's hear it, because we were trying to pivot the other project, and they, because the old project that we were in, the whole team abandoned Vince. He was the dev, so he wasn't the community guy. He wasn't doing anything. Vince just sat in the background and just dev shit. So when your whole team leaves and you're just the dev and you're left alone, you can't really do much with that project. It was just him, and then you had me, Risha, and Ryan as mods, and we were like, okay, we do so much. And most people around the project know I worked my ass off to try to get it pumped up enough so people could make some little bit of money at the back end of it, and try to like recover some of their money before, I knew that the pivot was going to happen, and that, we were going to be at a crossroads. And that's where I came to, and unfortunately, and then he's like, well, I got this idea. And we're like, let's do it. You know what I mean? And that's when we decided to take the old project, and we took the revenue, and we had like 200 soul left in the I think the funds for the project, and we just gave it over to Alika at Rug Assassins, and a lot of you guys are over there supporting that project too. And we gave him all the NFTs that we had left, and all the project, and the server, and the holders, and to try, he was building something new, and he was trying something new, so we figured we'd try to give some value to them. And anybody that came with us to Decod3rs, of course, you guys should know, like Ghost Dragon's one of the OGs from the old project. He knows we'd like try to take care of all you guys. Like I always try to hook up the old OGs and the people like from that old project, because I feel like you guys are supporting us the most, because you've been with us since 2021. And I came in that other project just as a person who just was a whale. I just minted a bunch, and then I became a mod, and I just started helping the project, and here we are. So I went from whale to mod to helping Vince found Decod3rs and launch this project. But this is a blessing, man. I love this, because I like educating, and I like helping people, and I like talking to people, and I think it's something that's needed in this space, is more positivity, and more giving love to people, and just like not just being toxic on Twitter. And we see Vince over there, bringing up his impressions, playing the game, but he's just trying to get more of a foot in the door as an influencer, so he can then moon Decod3rs more. I see his angle. So, if you guys see him out on Twitter talking shit in some comments on some weird meme, just ignore it. Just let him do his thing. He's just trying to pump up his impressions to get more followers, to get a little more, oomph behind his personal profile. So that way people like kind of like flock more towards what he's doing, so I see his angles. Guy's always working hard. But yeah, with that said, Ghost, I do appreciate you trying to join. I'm sorry about the show tonight. I just got word from Sean. He actually was having a family emergency when he was trying to join, so he had a lot of stuff going on in his personal life, so we're going to reschedule the show. Next week I do have Jack from Jelly. You see him on the morning show. If you guys know Jack, he's everybody's favorite ginger. He's an Irish lad. He's got a great personality. It's gonna be an epic show. It's gonna be next Wednesday, but it will be in the morning my time, so it might be early afternoon, evening for you guys. I don't know where you guys are. I'm East Coast America, so it's gonna be like 10 a.m. my time. So it'll probably be like 2 p.m. UTC roughly. I don't know with all these daylight saving hours what time it is. It might be like 2 or 3 p.m. UTC, but that'll be next Wednesday. Jack's awesome. If you guys don't know anything about Jack, not only is he like part of the Jelly team and the Gambles team, he also used to be an alpha caller. So he does understand the space a lot, and he does have a lot of knowledge. And I'm really interested to to talk to him a little more in depth on his Web3 journey, because he, I like to know about people, like, how did you get where you are? Because, he came in as an alpha caller in Jelly and worked his way up to CM. And now he's like, up there in the top. Like him and Carl Culture, like Carlos's right and left hand men, and behind Jelly Team. If it wasn't for Carl and Jack, I think Carlos would be, really his head would be spinning, because they take a lot of work off of his shoulders, and you need good community managers to run a really decent project, that's got a lot of like business orientation to it. So those guys are working hard. So I'm happy to talk to him in a personal level and like really pick his brain, because we see him on the Jelly Show and we just chit chat. But it would be cool to like get personal with him and ask him some serious questions about his background and what got him in the Web3 and all that stuff, like what I like to do. Yeah, daylight savings is crazy. Like, the hours push ahead for us, and then like, like, I don't understand. Like, we push ahead an hour in America, and then all of Europe does it like a month later. Like, we can't even get our shit together where we like agree to do things at the same time. Like, we do our daylight savings, and then a month later, Europe, the EU does theirs. And then if you like certain countries, like if you go to Australia, I don't know if anybody's Aussie here, they have some of the weirdest time zones ever. Like they have half-hour time zones, and then like certain times of the year, like only 3 of the time zones will push ahead and pull back, and the other one stays the same. Like, it's so crazy, like all this time shit. Like, if you want to be God and twist time, you know what I mean? Like, find another way to do it. But hey, Ghost Dragon, I appreciate that, man. The community is what is important. I love the community aspect of NFTs. The biggest utility, the biggest underrated utility of any NFT project is the community, because you get to meet people and you get to network with those people, and eventually you can make money from those people and those connections. Like, yeah, you might buy this NFT for 0.2 Sol, and it might not do anything. It might not ever make you profit, but all the knowledge you got from the community, all the alpha you got from maybe the alpha callers, all the just like the info that's come from like different things, like for us, the videos and like the different things that we try to put in front of the community. Like, you never know what it can do for your life. Just knowledge is power, and information is money, in my word. Like, you can make a lot of money from having the right information. Maybe you guys found out about an airdrop, maybe you guys found out about a coin, maybe you guys found out about something like that, maybe you made a lot of money from it. So I think that's so important with NFTs. And like, a lot of people are right now, all our bags are down bad, especially like people that bought in at like 100 Sol and something, and now it's down to like 5 Sol. But the community's still providing for you. Like, are they giving you airdrops? Are they getting you things? Are they still giving you stuff? So, there's a lot of cool stuff like that. So, yeah, I was talking about you, Ghost, how you got that TFF, man. I was happy to see it, man. Because I know Ghost, he's I believe you're a father, Ghost. I think you have a few kids, if I remember right. Maybe I'm wrong. But it's got to be tough, providing for kids in today's economy, and then trying to be like doing NFTs at night, and it being like a bear market that's just like destroying people, because you're barely have the money to put into it to begin with, and then that money's getting extracted through different things, or maybe you get rugged, or you get drained. I hate to see it, man. Like, I really hate to see it. I think Ghost has had a few drains over the years that I've known him. Shit happens. But we try to support people in the community, especially the OGs, the people that I've known for the longest. Yeah. See, you do learn a little bit of stuff. We do have some knowledge, Meta. You've been around a while too, because I remember you come from the Jelly server originally. That's I think where I first ran into you. And you followed us in Decod3rs when we first launched Decod3rs. And, I, of course, because I was part of the Jelly team, I was promoting Decod3rs a little bit here and there. But I wasn't like trying to sell it on anybody. I'm not that person. Like, I'm sure you see, I don't ever push Decod3rs and Jelly, even being part of the team over there, or even in gambles. I'm not shilling on my shows. I'm not posting them and tagging everybody like, come to the show. Like, that's just not how I work. If people want to post the show, sure. I think today was the first time I've actually posted a Decod3rs show in the Jelly server. And it was just because Pengso was on it, and he's a cool dude, and I wanted people in the Jelly community to come support him, because he's a really cool dude to have in all of our communities, and he's big in Jelly, and he's very, very active and supportive of Jelly. So it would be cool to see people to come see him, maybe see him for the first time, see his face, because he was live on YouTube today. But yeah, I don't like to shill things, man. I figure if we're putting out good products, you guys will find it and you guys will shill it for us. But back to the appreciation. Much love to you guys. Sorry the show was a no-go tonight. Sorry you just got me talking about shit. Sorry I shilled gambles a little, but I was just finding stuff to talk about. Um, wasn't shilling my bags necessarily, just giving information. Because like I said, I want to see us all win. And those of you out there with Soul Casino, I hope you guys keep printing. I want to see you guys keep making money because I see it on the timeline. People are making like 7, 8, 10, 20, $30 a day, some cases, depending on how much they have staked in the coin. Unfortunately, I never got into it. I never minted it. I never flipped it. But I'm not mad. I'm not salty. I'm not going to talk shit because I support gambles like fuck Soul Casino, fuck Rollbit. I just took some money off of Rollbit the other day. I actually hit a max win on Rollbit. And now if you guys are around the casinos, I gamble a lot because again, gamble responsible, guys. Don't go out gambling thinking you're going to get rich. It's very degenerate. It's very bad for your mindset if you don't have comfortableness in money. Like if you're not comfortable with your money and you're barely getting by, don't gamble. Just don't do it. Like meme coins, don't gamble in the casinos. Just don't do it. Just don't do it because the ups and downs in gambling are they're not for the weak, just the weak in general. Because literally there are some days where I want to break shit, but then I'm like, you did it to yourself. You put the money there, you lost it, deal with it, tough shit, and then you come back tomorrow and you do it again. It's very degenerate. I don't recommend it unless you have money to lose, literally. But I got very lucky the other day, very blessed. I hit the button and it gave me a lot of money. So I actually extracted half of the money out. If you guys don't know anything about me, I do a lot of community work. I'm a very given person. I do give a lot. So I took half the money out and extracted it to my in-real world. And I do community work with animal shelters. And a lot of that money is going to go towards like food and supplies for local shelters and stuff like that. So I did sweep some Decod3rs and I donated them to Vince to give away to you guys. I bought that TFF to give away to you guys. I bought myself some more Mavericks, some more gambles. Of course, got to buy myself something. Yeah, poker is not really gambling. Poker is a skill game. I don't consider it gambling unless it is gambling to an extent, yes, but you are playing a game of skill and against people. I used to play poker on a semi-pro level because I grew up outside Atlantic City. So I used to play in the casinos all the time. And I used to make good money doing it. So if you're good at reading people and you're good at understanding odds and just like what could the probability of what this hand could be, depending on what I have and what everybody else has and what's out there, you can make some good money. So it's a lot of skills in poker. It's not just playing slots online where I just hit the button and win 20 grand. It's like, where can you go and bet like $4 and win like 20 grand? It's like, it's impossible, but it's not anything that you can count on. It's just fucking luck. It really is just luck, being in the right place at the right time with slots. But yeah, poker is awesome, man. I love playing poker, but I'm not an online poker player. Like, it's so different online. Online, you're playing against odds. You're playing like probability and especially if you're playing in Discord poker, people just don't care because it's mostly a free entry and they're just going for prizes and they just go all in. They just don't care. They chase everything. They watch every flop. They don't care. They never fold. And I know, Meta, you play a lot of poker in Discord, so you get what I'm saying, because I know you play in gambles a lot and you play in a lot of different things. But people will just not fold hands. Like they'll play 7-2 offsuit and they'll hit 3 7s on a flop and then just take all your chips because you don't expect them to have it, because who would play it when you raise 3 times the blind? But people don't care in Discord. But playing in a real casino, you're only gambling when you're playing those kind of hands. Like, all right, I have 8-9 offsuit and this guy just 3-bet at me. He probably has pocket pair and I'm gonna raise him. Now that's gambling, and that's also being a little ballsy. But if you got a read on the guy and you know what he has and you can outplay him, the cards don't mean shit. Cards don't mean shit in poker. Really don't mean shit. But end of the day, appreciate you guys. Sorry again about the show not being with Sean, because Sean is a very interesting guy. He's, like I said, one of the first people I met in Web3 back in the end of 2021. And he does a lot of cool content. He's really doing well. He has his own YouTube channel and he does videos for projects. He's always been supportive, always a positive person. So I look forward. We're going to reschedule the show. Not next Wednesday. I'll see if he's available the Wednesday after. So we'll do another show in 2 weeks from now. and I'll reschedule it with him. We'll get him on the show for sure because he's a really cool dude. If you haven't seen any of his videos, I think we did have some of his videos up on our channel on the Discovery, so you might have seen some of his videos. And I think he also donated some like NFTs to our marketplace in the beginning too. So he's a really cool dude. Again, send him some prayers because he was having a bit of a family emergency tonight where he couldn't make it. So good vibes to Sean tonight. Chip leader for TTCC tourney, but yeah, the all-ins get tiring. Yep. Yeah, I can't play in Discord. Like I would love to come in the gambles and like get those vouchers, but part of being part of the team, I feel like I shouldn't play in them because you guys, but I'm a holder just like you guys, but at the same time being part of the team, I swallow my pride and I just say let the holders get those benefits. Because that's the way I feel. I don't feel like me being part of the team I should participate and take money away from holders, even though I'm a holder. But yeah, I would love to play in there for those free vouchers so I can just go balls to the wall and gambling with them. Like, hey, here's a $200 voucher, $200 buy on the Sugar Rush. Let's see what happens. It's free money. But yeah, yeah, I appreciate it, Ghost. But yeah, we'll get some shows going. We do have a lot of stuff in the schedule. We had 2 reschedules today. This is going to get rescheduled, but I didn't want you guys to miss out on your views. I felt bad. I made you wait for 15 minutes. I was like, got to give these guys some views. So I'll turn on the camera. We'll just BS a little bit. But yeah, if you guys want any more questions about gambles, if you join the Discord, I am there. Tag me. Scuba NMR, I see you in there. Got you. No pros. I was only pro in online. Online, you can't be a pro. It's a totally different game online. Like if you're a pro in casino, like live poker, you're not technically a pro online because it's a totally different game. It is a totally different game online because online you're looking at bet sizes and you're thinking probability more than you are a person. In person, I don't even have to look at my cards. If I got a read on somebody, I can tell what they have just by the way they act. And I know if I can outplay them. I know if I can like bet them out of a pot. I know that if I raise them and get aggressive, regardless of what my cards are, I could push them out of a pot. But online, you can't. You can't get rid of people. You could try to outbet them all you want, but there is some people just click buttons. So, but yeah, we were doing some poker before when Ochi was a little more active. He's one of the Acid Dash mods that was helping us out pre-mint. He was running some poker tournaments for us. I just it's not that I don't have the time. It's just that like I just don't put them together because they could be a little. If you don't have the patience for them, they could be a little tiring. Like you see Lamar, he's a saint over in gambles. He puts up with it, but if people like get timed out and it becomes an issue. So I just don't like dealing with a lot of that stuff. That's the only reasons I don't do it. But maybe we can have like a community event if someone wants to host one. Like I'll put up like the prizes for it. If somebody in the community wants to run a poker game, I'll put up all the views. Maybe I'll throw in some Decoder NFTs, and it'll just be a fun game if you guys want to play. Kind of like let me know. I'll put up a decent amount of views for you guys and a couple Decoder NFTs, and maybe I'll go buy something else for you guys, like something like a one soul NFT or something out there, so it's worthy to you guys. With me and Vince, we can come up with some prizes. You know what I mean? Like the guy, he's a Chad. I'm nowhere even close to him in terms of being a Chad when it comes to NFT bags, but I do gamble a lot and I do like to give back my winnings. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If you guys, but like seriously, in the community, if you guys want to put together a game, you have the poker now. It's easy to create a game. It's just a matter of us organizing. Like what they like put out a timer. Maybe I can have Vince put out a poll on a time, like what time's best for people, like weekday, weeknight time. But if anybody's interested, just talk to me in the channel about it, and we'll try to set something up. Maybe do like a monthly poker game, and then like put a bunch of views in there and some prizes. I think that's feasible for sure. Yeah, Ghost Dragon volunteer. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's not hard to do. It's just like I said, it's the patience that comes along with it that sometimes I don't possess. I'm good at giving prizes. Like when OG used to run, I'm like, just have people open tickets and tag me, and I'll send the prizes. That I can do. So, but it's good. But appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. I'm gonna wrap this up so you guys get back to your lives. Appreciate your time as always. I'm trying to think of when the next show is. Let me take a look. What do we got coming up? We have, what's the next show we got going on? We got the Scribber Show at 5 a.m. my time. So in 7 hours, the Scribber Show is on with VPIF hosting, and Leeway and Dynamics coming on. And then we got the Spaces with Acid Dash on Friday, guys, which is going to be the first Spaces that Vince is doing with Matt over at Acid Dash. Make sure you show up and support that. That should be cool. Hey, I appreciate that, Meta. Like I said, I was just winging it. I just figure out, just hang out with you guys. And it's another cool thing we can do. I would love to have holder shows. Like I know Ghost was trying to join, but you guys are part of the community. You're part of the channel just as much as I am. So I would love to come on and like talk to you guys and get to know you guys too. Like, we can have a community show, maybe like 5 or 10 people for the community. I think we can have 10 people join at once on one of these shows. So like, if you guys are interested, you don't have to show your face. You could just put a PFP up. Just make sure you have a decent working mic, and maybe we'll schedule something like where we have like some of the community come on, just hang out. We'll just bullshit. We'll just talk. You guys can ask us questions, or we can just talk about the space, kind of like a live Twitter Spaces in a sense. We could do something like that. It'd be kind of cool. And like we're trying to do more holder shows. Like we had the show at Pengasol earlier. That was cool to see him come up. It was cool to have 2 French guys going at it on camera. That kind of sounded weird, but you get what I'm saying. The accents, the kind of them talking to each other. I was surprised they didn't break out in French. That would have been cool. They should just do a whole show in French. I think that'd be actually cool for the algorithm. Throw it out there. But again, thanks guys. I'm gonna wrap it up. Get back to your lives. Enjoy your nights. Enjoy your lives. Touch some grass tomorrow. Make it an issue to get outside. Get off of Discord. Spread some positivity, whether it be one simple gesture, something simple. Just smile at somebody when you see them. Say hello. You'd be surprised what a smile and a hello can do to somebody in real life. Or just send someone that you love in real life. Just let them know. Reassure them. Let them know you're thinking about them. Send them a little message to tell them you love them, because you never know in this world. This world is very cruel and it's very fast. And you could wake up tomorrow and somebody you love could be gone. And that's a reality that we deal with every day as humans. So, make sure you're telling people out there that you love them. Pass on that positivity and let them know. But much love to you guys. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys in the Discord. If you got anything that you want to talk about, set up poker, talk about anything like that. Or I'll see you over in Gambles if you come over to check it out.